Oh,
Yes,
shoot.
sir.
I like the background.
Yes, sir. How are you doing today, buddy?
Doing good.
I love the hat. I love
You
that
look
damn hat.
spiffy today. How
So,
are you doing?
Doing good.
how was Tech Talk?
Oh, it was fun. I got to be up there for half the show, so that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Hey, there you go. Where the fuck is Glammy?
I don't know.
You need to use your powers
wait.
and tell us where Glammy is.
He lost connection.
Okay.
He got to get it.
Let me do it again. It's the new get up. I had to. It needed a test start.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Okay, Glammy Lammy. I'm looking into the universe, the LCU universe, to find her, and my conspiracy, our future site is saying that Glammy, is part of a scheme that Twiggy and Zayzudid are in on together to try to get Tech Talk out of the bottom of the leaderboard, and this is all a plan. I don't want to say the other word. To get them out of last place and make them some money. So they're controlling the narrative to make it look like they're the underdog with all the little shows piling up against them. But if Twiggy and Zayzud's plan works, Glammy will return soon, and all the donos and crowns will be rolling into Tech Talk.
Let's fucking go. That's beautiful.
All right. That's a good prediction.
I got to do the other shows. Okay. Up next on Local Dolls, Sweet Tea and Beans. We'll talk about some random fashion shit, and Pup Cup will randomly show up and jump in with her intern role, and she'll say some stupid fucking shit, and she'll leave right away after saying it.
That's beautiful.
And Pigtails will continue LARPing in the LCU as the Catch Me Outside girl.
How about that?
And then next on lolcowmilker.
Good evening, everybody. This video will be up shortly after I get done with these recordings because I decided to wake up late and a lot of things have been happening. A lot of interesting stuff besides the LCU that I have to cover. But let's get through the fun parts of the LCU. First, dealing with, I guess, them talking about the whole Glammy situation in Cafe. And I kind of did enjoy this episode of Cafe because it was pretty wholesome, it was pretty nice. You know, we get to see Batgirl and Ken kind of just having fun. Now, the whole stuff with Glammy, it's really not much that could be said about Glammy that hasn't been said already. Like, okay. I guess we can move on.
Like, the shit we were saying, that ain't shit. It's way worse for me, you know, in bed and all, but
Jesus Christ. Moving on.
Way more kinkier than that.
Wait. Billy doing all this hard work to keep the gooners away, and you're just bringing them right back. But let's continue listening to what you guys are saying in this clip.
Tastes like cigarettes. Real men. Oh, God. Is that what you said?
No, Sue, thank you for the grifted.
I'm gonna cry.
There ain't no bitch in me. There ain't no bitch in me. No bitch. There ain't no bitch here.
I'll put it in you, bitch. I'll put it in you, bitch.
Oh, I'm cute.
Oh, yeah.
Beans at it the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Billy! Yeah,
God, next time, make sure you have lemon juice beans.
Uh-huh.
Number one rule.
It's gonna be women's juice in you, bitch. Oh, yeah, bitch.
Oh, fuck. I drink a lot.
I like how
I drink a lot.
I like how Billy is doing all this with his shirt off. That is funny.
Back row.
Just put that back, bitch. I love how they were having so much fun during this segment, just listening to us. That's exactly what we're trying to do here on Local Dolls. Just be fun.
Yeah.
Do whatever we can for the audience. Real quick. Remember, if you join the Discord at Sweet Tea and she will personally thank you and call you handsome or beautiful. I remember that Mr. Boom Boom Pow just like made this thing up where like if you join the Discord that you're just gonna say thank you. I think we should do it. I think that would be a fantastic idea in my opinion.
Anybody that ats me, I normally respond to. So
As you
if you
should.
wanted to
As
talk
you
to me,
should.
just at me.
I gotta say, honestly, Billy reminds me so much of my Nana. It's not even funny.
Your Nana?
Your Nana?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna say grandpa or something.
I thought you were gonna say like brother, cousin, something like that, but your Nana?
But trust me, he does. He reminds me so much.
We're gonna have some Nana stories in order to see how Billy relates to your Nana.
Oh my god.
I got
Oh
some
my
pretty good
god.
ones. My grandma was a hussy.
Your what?
My grandma was
Mine-
a hussy.
Say it
Mine
with your
is
chest.
more of like cigarettes. Mine's cigarettes.
My
and
mom
failure.
doesn't know who her dad is, and she's got 5 siblings, and they don't.
I'm gonna be real with you. Usually, Doll is quite entertaining because of the chaos and madness that Pupstar brought in. Right now, I think they're just kind of taking it easy. Most of the stream was just them doing girly stuff, talking about other stuff. Not really like anything really memorable. I think they did some punishment. Really wasn't much that was going on compared to what else generally does go on. Because the last couple streams of Dolls was much more entertaining than what we got here.
You're talking about pocket pussies and vibrators up your ass.
When do we do that?
on full screen right now.
But we don't. That's what I'm saying. Tina literally
talk
will
about pocket
still.
pussies.
She's gonna still run on this constantly shaming anybody who's like younger and more attractive than her route and be like, well, they're selling sex. They're selling sex. That's her constant fucking deflection because she's obviously an older woman and she just can't sell sex anymore. But that's just not it. If you actually paid attention to Nerds, which in these clips, Becky's like, I can't watch more than 5 minutes of Nerds without turning it off.
Big A 3,737 super chatted $20. You guys are awesome.
But realistically, Becky, that's how most people talk about queens at this point. That's why you guys fell off the podium, but most people don't talk about Nerds like that.
Hey, guess what? Big E, thank you, my dude. You're awesome. Stop being rich. Everybody that donates to us is rich.
Wait, Big
Stop
E,
it.
shout out to you for being rich.
God dang, you guys own acres and land. Shout out to fucking King Ranch. He wants me to mow his lawn. I still will.
Ooh, Miss
Goddamn.
Greek girl, Miss Moneybags here. Get your name on the rich badge screen for tomorrow, guys.
This is our legal fund to take Eric to court, obviously.
I know. At this point, we have to. We already fucked up with the Miranda rights thing. They might sue us. Okay, so jumping back into this a little bit. Let me.
We need money. We need money. You know, his lawyer is Jewish. We're gonna get fucked if we don't do this right.
So then, Buff actually went into Queens, which was pretty good.
Tina, I'm so sorry you're stuck with this. But Becky, I know that you're upset that you've been spending too much time on milkers and cannot for the life of you be entertaining whatsoever for the last 3-4 streams that you've been here.
Let's not be cheap. They both need to be nice to each other for once.
You talk about us e-begging, but I need to let you know something. Not only do we not e-beg, we get entertainment. We do entertainment. We try to make stuff fun and gamified. And you know what? I know we're called low-cow nerds, but me and her are nerds. That's what makes it nerds.
No. Buckwheat, you're a fucking massive, sexy fucking chocolate bar. She's a fucking OnlyFans, get on your knees and suck dick star. Get it right,
come on.
See, every single time, it's just constant fucking hater energy because I'm younger and attractive. And I'm sorry, Tina, but that's just the way it is. I can't help that I'm 24 years old.
Tina, to be fair, if you're a girl and you like guys, isn't everybody like that likes guys a dick sucker?
So we are witnessing the fight between Nerd and Queen, which I think in hindsight it was always going to happen. Why are they fighting? Obviously down the line they talk about this more, and both in Rewind and Queens there are little wars that just emerge. Why is that? I think it has to do with jealousy behind Queens because they realize they are like beneath the bottom right now. Well, they're not in the bottom. It wouldn't take that long for them to get back up in the ranks. But after yesterday's stream, right, and their numbers didn't look the best, and I didn't really see a lot of donations or membership. Maybe they'll get more in the next couple weeks, but that's hard to really say. Now, they did have, if you know, Queens and Milkers had a rough first week. I think that can't be denied. But you know, given the way Queens has a tendency to act high, mighty, and superior, but there's also a chance that they can just be doing this as one big joke, but they're probably gonna use that down the line at the coping and a deflection, like, oh, we were just joking. And I think the Nerds crew is not gonna take it lying down like a dog. Let's keep going.
No, I mean, what I mean is, did you turn it off on your end so that people can't hear me?
On my end, yes. I'm off. I can hear you.
Okay,
Nobody
you can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
But they could all hear your TTS, right? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Once
I wanted to
it
know.
goes through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once it connects. So that takes what, like 10 minutes or something?
Oh my God, guess what?
What?
Memory Bond you, Cherry's emoji, super chatted $19.99. Hi ho, hi ho. I need some crack to go.
Hi ho, hi ho. Now let's go ho, go ho.
Guys,
You better go get some food.
That's what I did. I forgot my wallet. I gotta call my daughter and tell her to bring my wallet.
Do you have Apple Pay on your phone?
I don't think I do. Shoot.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I can. My daughter can run into me right now. Let me just call her.
Wow.
I'll
This
text her. Shut
boomer.
up.
This boomer. You don't have Apple
Well, you guys
Pay.
had me
You don't
rushing.
have. Even if you were going for a tattoo, you would have needed your wallet, Roxy. Good Lord. Hot Mess Express. I think we can't hear you. I think that's but we see your nose pores real fucking good. Look at that. I see the little clogged pore. We can't hear you, Roxy. Boomer.
Okay, she's driving it to me right now.
On Milker, they had a IRL stream, which I found pretty enjoyable. I realize I'm also talking very calm and very relaxed. Could be that I slept so good that I forgot all about this. But let me be serious for a moment. The IRL stuff in Milker is entertaining, but I don't think it's bringing in as much views or as money. Maybe it is, and maybe I've just not been paying attention. Or I think that what they're doing is what most people do. I feel like if the stream was a lot longer, they would benefit more from a much longer stream than what we have now. I mean, besides that, like, there was a lot of cringy moments that I literally turned away from because it was just so bad to listen to. And if it wasn't that, it was like, what else is going on with the Milkers? Not much. And it was just like Becky acting like kind of a slob. Let's move on.
You are a rude fucking awakening coming, bro. But you ain't fucking with this show.
What? Guys,
you ain't fucking with my show, bro. I've worked so fucking hard. I fucking sacrificed everything to get test where it is. You ain't fucking with that flow, brother, man. You ain't right for the cat.
Nightmare, the chat is spamming W's for the chemistry.
Yeah, this is good.
Because they like the fucking goal team. Jesus Christ. Come on, man.
Listen.
There's no way that this is actually a fucking hypothetical here.
For all I care, I'll run OBS myself and make a new show. I just want to be a part of the
universe. I don't need you to fucking run OBS, brother. I run everything on my own.
I'm more of a lolcow than you'll ever be.
Oh, no, you're just a cringy little retard that begs for attention. What the fuck do you mean?
Bro, what do you mean?
Here's $20. Please pull me out of waiting. Please pull me out of waiting. I beg of you. Please.
Nightmare, how old are you? Nightmare, how old are you?
Old enough to know that you're against, bro.
Okay,
what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is age got to do with anything?
How old are you? Your age.
Clearly don't have the brain capacity to argue me because you're like, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you? What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
I want to show you how successful I am for my age, motherfucker.
Bane super chat.
You're successful, but you're begging for a fucking show.
Nightmare and Josh for tests.
Listen, bro. Money talks. You should know this, especially if you're in any sort of business.
Oh my God, yeah,
Money
dude.
talks,
And you know
bro.
what?
You
No,
think
no, no.
people
Let me say
are
something.
believing
No, no, no.
Nightmare.
Fingers
Be
on
quiet
lip.
for a second.
Let me finish. No, 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 no. Let me finish.
Nightmare.
When everyone was trying to
Nightmare.
fucking
You know how
cancel
many
tech.
times?
No, no, no.
You know how many times? Let me
Hey,
finish
come
the
on.
sentence,
Shut this
motherfucker.
bloody bitch up.
Nightmare. Just let me
Do I have
finish
to
the
say for
sentence.
you to my point like an
Listen, bro.
excuse? Let me finish my
Nightmare.
point. No. We went from last fucking place. Last place. Everyone was rooting for us to fucking fail to fourth place, motherfucker. Fourth fucking place. Next to the top fucking 3 shows in 1 fucking month. When we were on the edge of cancellation, we were split apart, fucking put with different hosts, put in different time slots, and we made it a 4th fucking place, okay? On a 2 a.m. fucking time slot. You ain't gonna make that better. I know that for a fact. You a bitch, man.
Nightmare. Does it not show you that I'm like committed to this? That I literally agreed to do a show at 2 a.m.
You're not committed. You just phoned $20 bills. What the fuck do you mean? That's not commitment. That's not what I want. I don't care about how much money you throw to fucking try and get a show. That's not what I need.
In this universe, for like
I can't have a conversation with a fucking wallet, mate.
for like a year. I've been watching it actually since I've been watching LolCow since
Oh my
Boogie,
God. You know what?
Willie, and Connie C were clapping their hands.
Yeah,
Boogie
me
knows what I'm
too.
talking
Me too,
about.
mate. Me too. And do you know what's funny? Is there's many people in here. There's actually thousands of people in here that have been watching LolCow since its inception, and yet they still haven't got what it takes to get pulled up. You know, it's the trials they did. But difference is, they didn't have to pay to get their way in, did they now? Fuck my life. No.
Nightmare. I tried my hardest to just get on
Well,
this show.
it ain't happening.
Ask Keem, ask Boogie, even ask Rastoff how many times I did not donate a single penny, but I was in the pay pig or members waiting, just maybe they would reach out. It wasn't until I started sending money that Keem.
So besides this new guy who looks like Grim, like he really does look like Grim. This is maybe a potential replacement of Grim. I can't see it work. I can't. Later on, he'll come on Milker, and I'm just like this. He's not a good match. I mean, hell, Michelangelo was a better match than for Nightmare than Grim than whoever this guy is. Right? You can like I'm just telling you the truth. I feel like Michelangelo would have been a better match, and the Jots guy, who sounds like Total Biscuit, or he sounds like somebody like a British guy. I mean, I know he's British, but he reminds me of Total Biscuit, and I'm down for that. I'm down. I know it's been a long time, and I know the man passed away a long time ago. You know, rest his soul, God bless him. But I would like, if they're going to be anybody who can replace Grim, it needs to be somebody who can one-on-one match him, and this guy ain't it, Chief. This guy ain't it.
We're gonna get to the top, and we're gonna do it right. We don't have to drag people down to get there. We might criticize other people in the LCU. I'm sure that's coming because fuck it. I'm done fighting with you, Tina. I'm over it. I see the fucking heart, and now we channel the energy and anger onto everybody else. Fuck lolcowlive. They're going down. Nerds is gonna be our appetizer, our little fucking snack. You could be our little chocolate snack.
$20. Keem and I are good now. I've comes to terms that I am a proud mouth breathing fat chick.
I love it. That's right. Own it. When someone calls your name, own that motherfucker. For years, I've owned everything they said about me. Pill popper, drug dealer, not a good mom, a fucking diabetic fucking coma motherfucker walking with no leg, no teeth, no eyeballs. Your hair's all fucked up. You're slammed. You got no clam activity going on. Fuck it. I'll slam my clam to the next man. How about that, bitch?
I thought you were done with men.
I'll slam the clam.
Now you're going for women. Okay, all right. I thought you would never go down for a... All right, doesn't matter.
Oh.
Tina's distracting me. Listen, Mary, not only do you own it, but then I'll take it one step further and raise you one, Tina. You don't just own it. You own it, and then you turn around and you own the person who said it to you. That's what you fucking do. That's what you fucking do.
I'm gonna start wearing a ball. My hair is ugly. I haven't felt good about myself. I'm already fucking against the odds with ugly fucking face, no teeth. Haven't had time to go get them done. I'm done making excuses. I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm gonna look like a clown, but I'm gonna get paid to look like a clown, motherfuckers.
And the worst part, they have 3 hosts on Lolcow Live. We're down to 2. One of their hosts is able-bodied. Fucking Keem. We're both going to take them down. We have paid our dues to get here.
And they gotta be like grown men. Oh, when they get a pay pick, they gotta play like they're dead. Oh, really? For $100? Damn, you're a multi-millionaire. You fucking play dead for 100? What the fuck would you do for 1,000? Hey, what would you do for a fucking 100,000, bitch?
I think it's time for a dance. We have one last song that we haven't tried yet because that second one was like a slow dance.
So besides Milkers being just annoying, Queens wasn't any better. It was just them complaining and trying to raise money in eBay like they always do. And they were downing the Nerd Crew because I guess the Nerd Crew is getting up there. I mean, I said a long time ago that I think Nerds and Tess, particularly Nerd, can like get all the smaller shows behind it and rise up to the rank to be like the number 4th show, if not the number 3rd show I think are going on. Do I think it's gonna happen anytime soon? No, but baby step, because Nerd is getting the numbers. It is getting up there, and Queen sees it at the threat. Now, it is true that Queen and Rewind both established the foundations of these shows, right? Queens and Rewind established the foundation for these shows. But at the same time, because Becky likes to think, like, remember, Becky once said that, well, Live is a legacy show, so they should just, whatever, and we'll be the number 1 show. And it's like, that kind of attitude is why people don't like Becky. And I think there's a number of things why people just generally don't like Becky or even Queen and even Tina. Tina isn't any better, who's known for two-facing and back and forth flip-flopping. I also realized this video is going to be a lot shorter than my normal content, so I do apologize that if you were expecting a longer formatted video today, I do apologize due to the fact that not a lot was happening, yet some things happen. I forgot that in live Rasta wasn't there, but I think most people didn't really care as much. But we'll have to wait and see later on. But back to Queens. Actually, I'm going to hold my thoughts for Rewind.
War. Becky,
Thank
red
you.
heart emoji.
Oh, here's Buff in his feelings again. Hello, Buff.
This is your one time.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you come on us about shit.
Just one last time. to
Care.
stand
Oh,
down.
shit.
Stand down. Why don't you suck my fucking dick to the balls, Buff? You really changed, bro. You sold
Oh, fuck.
I love you, Tina.
Suck my dick to the balls, Buff. That's.
This only is a war. This is a war. And this is
You
your
want
only
war?
chance to
Fuck, I
stand
messed it
down.
up. Here's your fucking war, bitch. You want some war makeup? Woo! Here we go. Are you scared? Are you scared? Cause I'm not, Buff. We will take you down.
It's a fat
You
grim
and your
summer.
purple lips.
It's a fat, grim summer. Ultra
Hell yeah.
knows.
Look, I understand something. The NDF will stand down if you stand down. But if you go any further, we will be forced to take action.
Stand down? Do you think this is a joke because Tina can't stand very well? Fuck you for that, Buff. Fuck you. We could beat you sitting and shitting.
I like how Becky tries to virtue signal that Tina can't stand very well, and then Tina just stands up to prove that she can stand very well.
End of the day, you brought this.
Oh, Tina's hulking up.
Uh-huh.
Gaming with Ultra, Fat Grim with the 5 grifted. Thank you for the grimded. Rick
Thank
Sanchez
you.
says roast beef from Johnny C's. Becky is my love. I love her massive behind. I won't donate to her. I want to be pure. Yeah, you can't really donate to Becky if you want this love to be real, right? You have to donate to me. Then I'll be your wingman because you can pay me to convince her that you're a good guy. There's
True,
nothing
and
wrong
she
with
likes
that.
Billy. She'll listen to Billy. She likes Billy.
Becky called into Tech Talk last night when I was on with CD-ROM. Her and I had a good time there.
Can I say something about that? She begged in that chat to have a wrench to help out Mod and didn't use the fucking wrench once.
Yeah, when the fucking guy came in who was spamming shit, I have it on my TV, so I wasn't like modding last night. And then all of a sudden I see Xylee like fighting to take this guy out, and I'm like, shit, I gotta fucking get my phone. Like,
Mark J
what did you
says,
want the mod for?
I appreciate that this is the only sane show in the LCU, and Xylee and I are actually mentally unstable.
We are very mentally unstable. We're not stable.
We're fucked up.
We're
Zay,
definitely
though,
not
Zay is pretty normal, surprisingly enough. She's just on an insane show. Yeah.
Did you miss the part where I wore a hot dog suit today and went outside and did a war cry?
A war crime?
A war cry.
Oh,
No, the war crime was glammy.
War cry is fine. I thought you did a war crime.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You're not crazy, Zay. You just are on a crazy show. You and that,
Yeah,
you and that buff weeb, you guys do crazy things like pick on tiny little channels that barely exist that you are also managing. You destroy their
We're
hearts.
just mean, terrible
PTSD.
Gaming with Ultra says, I think Fat Grim gives Nightmare PTSD. You're about to co-host a show with him, Fat Grim. Don't you think you should be his buddy pal and work to become his bestie? Or are you going in balls out and then you'll win him over? Is that your plan? Are you trying to just bump bellies with him until both of you succumb to the coolness that will become Test 2.0?
He might like it like that.
Hey, you never know. Sometimes that's the way you make it. Hugh Jass is pointing out, intern. Yeah. He's Gaming with Ultra became an intern today. And his first big gig looks like it's going to be co-hosting an episode, at least an episode of Test with Nightmare.
Saw the future on this one. Ultra called into Nerds yesterday. He threw some donuts, so we brought him on. And he was saying he wanted a show, and me and Buff were saying that we think he would be a good fit on Test. We saw the future with this.
Yeah.
Y'all are evil.
You know, I'm going to pull up the wallpaper, guys. Everybody say what's up to...
Now, before we move forward, Ozzy, not much happened. Tech Talk, with the usual. No Glammy. And then Tess, Nightmare was at a festival, and I don't think I can play those songs. I don't know if he had copyrighted songs in the background. So Zay went on to Rewind. Now, before that, they covered some of the Glammy stuff. Again, it's not that important for what we're trying to talk about. But when it's coming to this situation between the nerds and the Queen people, I do think that there's a lot of jealousy. I think Nerd has more content. Like when you watch Nerd, right? You know, that's how I see it. When you watch Nerd, there's more content to it. There's more stuff to it. There's more enjoyability. Like, I may not like Zay, and One Buff Weed annoys me, but I think they're a lot better and a lot more enjoyable and a lot easier to get through than the Queens. Right? I think most people can agree. Most people watch Queens because of the freak out. And I think now they know that they don't have much content, so going to war with the nerd is easy. But we'll have to see how things are going. Till then, have a good one and be safe and God bless.